Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about narcissism. Yes, we all know a little bit, you know, about narcissism. So today I'm going to go a little deeper and explain what narcissism is. So let us understand. I mean, where did when and where and how did this term come into existence, narcissism? So this term was first coined by Sigmund Freud in 1914 in one of his essays, and he titled it as Narcissism. So that was the first time when this term was used, narcissism. Now where does this word come from? I mean, what is the root? So in Greek mythology there was a hunter. Some versions say that he was a hunter, some versions say he was a warrior as well. So there was this character by the name called Narcissus, yeah, and he was very self obsessed. He had this sense of entitlement, and he had good looks, and people really loved him, and people did whatnot. People went to any extent, and he used to feel good about his looks, and he often used to push people beyond limits. He often used to tell people to sacrifice their lives if they truly loved him, and people used to do that, and he used to feel good about it, that people are ending their lives, people are giving up their lives because of their love towards him. So though later on he met a horrible end, he did not have a good end. So this is from where the term narcissism comes, Narcissus. And of course narcissism was first coined by Sigmund Freud. So now let us understand the different aspects, the different sides of a narcissist. So anyone who is suffering from narcissism is known as narcissist, yeah, and their action and behavior is known as narcissistic actions and behaviors. Yeah, so now let us understand the first important aspect. The first important aspect of a narcissist is that they have a superiority complex in them. They feel superior to anyone and everyone, and because of that feeling of being extremely superior, they feel very entitled. They feel entitled to such an extent that the world has to serve them, the family has to serve them, their friends have to serve them, everyone in and around has to serve them. So yes, this elated sense of being superior makes them feel very entitled, and they feel so entitled that first they want anyone and everyone to do anything and everything for them. And the second thing is that these narcissists, they really don't care. They are not emotionally connected. They are not in any ways, they are just not connected. They are very detached, and they just want their work to be done. If it's the food, if it's the sex, if it's the money, if it's the power, they just want what they want, and you have to provide it. I mean, how you do it and under what circumstances and situation you are going in order to do it for that person, it hardly matters to them. They just want what they want, and that's it. That's how they think, that the entire world should serve them because they are superior. These narcissists feel superior, even though you can see right in their faces that they are not superior, but they have this thing. They grow up, they live with this thought for long, and it becomes quite solidified, and they start believing it, and it becomes their reality. It becomes the part of their personality, and that is how narcissists are, that I'm superior and I'm entitled for every good things, and everything should come my way. I don't know how it should. You all have to do everything for me. Yeah, so that is one of the aspects to look out for. The next one is that these narcissists are perfectionist. Yes, they don't believe in the gray area. Maybe, might be, would be, can be. They don't get into all that. It's either a yes or a no. It's either a black or a white. There is nothing called gray. And because of that, they want to be on the side of being absolutely perfect, and they can go to any extent to reach that perfection. And when they are unable to get that perfection, they feel extremely frustrated, because they can just see it as black and white. They don't believe and they don't buy the idea of being gray, the gray area, the existence of the gray area. They often really force themselves to go to any limit, and they do achieve. Yes, they are perfectionists, they do achieve, but when they don't, you can see it on their face. They are like furious, they are irritated, they just go crazy when they don't achieve that perfection. But most of the time they can do anything and everything to achieve that perfection, the perfection that is there in their mind, that level, that point where they want to go, where they want to reach. The next one, the next aspect to look out for is that a narcissist have this unquenchable thirst for control. Yes, these narcissist people, as it is, they feel superior. So when they feel superior, they feel they are the director of this world, they are director of everyone's life. And because of this feeling of being superior, of course comes the feeling of being entitled. And when a person feels entitled, they hardly care how the other person feels, they just want it. You have to do it for them, that's it. So that is how they think. So they have this very unquenchable thirst for control. And these narcissists take other people as toys which they can play with. They are not emotionally connected, they just want to get up, instruct them, get up, and they have to get up, go and do this, they have to do it, you don't have to do this, that. So they are just into pulling the strings. And they have this thirst, this because of this unquenchable thirst, narcissists are very good manipulators. They are very much into manipulation. They can get into any levels of manipulation. Even they are masters of dark manipulation, and they know how to manipulate a person into doing what they want them to do. And they know how they can manipulate and control the person. So they really don't care whether you are emotionally hurt, whether you are having some challenges. It's all about them and them establishing control. So they like confiscating the autonomy of you. These narcissists around you, they don't want to give you autonomy, because they are right, they are superior, they are always right, they know it all, you don't know, and you have to hand over your autonomy to them. So this is how narcissist people are: narcissist lovers, narcissist parents, and narcissists are everywhere. So yes, they have this unquenchable thirst for control, and trust me, to get that control, they can do anything and everything to get that control established on you. Either it is by pulling up a drama of fake love, or showing fake sympathy. They are into hell lot of manipulation. And they are so detached emotionally, and they don't have any empathy towards others, that everybody else is almost like a toy for them. It's a toy, where with whom they can play. Yeah, so they have this, they are like those kids, who are so self-absorbed, and all their world revolves around how well they can play with a toy, and how well they feel with that toy. So this is somewhat what a narcissist is. I mean, like a child, and if it's not their way, then there is no other way. So yes, they are into a lot of this control, and for that control they go to any extent. The Last aspect to look out for is that these narcissists have no sense of boundary. So now if you see feeling superior, uh, having that sense of entitlement, you know, no emotions and empathy towards others, yeah, perfectionist, unquenchable thirst for control. And the last aspect that we need to look out for is that they don't have any sense of boundaries. They don't respect boundaries and space because they are the superior ones. They need space and boundary, not you. So this is how these narcissists think, that they need their space, time and everything, but you are not allowed, because you don't deserve to have your own autonomy. You don't deserve the autonomy of your own life, over your own life. They will be the ones who will be pulling the strings. So yes, they don't respect space, and it's quite sad to have, you know, a narcissist as your partner or a parent, because they are just so much self-absorbed, self-obsessed, that you know, they don't really see you. It's just them and what they want out of you. So these narcissists, you know, can have financial, you know, motive from you, can have some emotional, sexual, physical, I mean, motives can be any, you know, any number. You know, these narcissists just want something out of you and you have to do it, and that's it, end of story. I mean, what happens to you later, it's your business, it's not their business. And in order to get that thing out of you, or maybe to get you to do that thing, they will use all kinds of dark and devious, you know, manipulation tactics. So yes, this was all about narcissists, and every day we can see, you know, we do come across, we see a lot of narcissism, a lot of narcissists. I knew a lot of narcissists in my life, and the best way was to just disconnect, because you can never make them understand or make them feel how you feel, because they are so self-absorbed, and they are in their own world. So you can't just change them, you know, and they are not ready to change. They know, you know, they strongly believe that they are the best, and you know, they are entitled. So once, if they have such rigid mindset, how would you change? Until unless they don't change it, they don't initiate the process, they don't want to overcome that, how would you change it? There would just be conflict, and that conflict is going to hurt you. So the best way is to leave these narcissistic people, these narcissistic lovers, narcissistic parents, you know, because they will keep violating, the boundaries, they will keep trying to establish control, they will keep on making you feel miserable so that you can hand over the control. They'll you know, hurt your self-esteem, they will reduce your self-confidence, you know, so that you are just there, you know, at their mercy. You just finally again, you know, submit and hand it over to them. Yeah, so please stay away from narcissists, and you know, whatever I've said in this video, think about it. I'm sure you all must have, you know, experienced narcissism or a narcissistic person in your life. So in case if you would want to share an experience out here, you can always comment below. And yes, we need to create awareness, and narcissists can only change if they want to change. So the best way for a healthy person is to, you know, cut ties with narcissistic persons, stay away from narcissistic person, because they are going to reduce you, they are going to reduce you, you know, they'll go on reducing you to such a point, you know, a point of no return. So don't go that way, it is going to hurt you. And not every time we are able to, you know, restart. Sometimes we are way too weak to restart. So yes, be mindful and look out for these signs and observe these aspects. In case if you see or observe such traits in people, stay away from narcissistic people. Please take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you, and please like, share, subscribe the channel. Bye.